Okay, I'm reloaded. Big Dappuccino here. This is going to be a, a Pre-60's challenge that I saw on Gary's Diecast channel on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to him yet, I encourage you to do so. This is probably, I think, maybe my fourth challenge that I've done that I've seen on his channel. But I think this originated with someone called CRA, because on his channel he entitled it the CRA Pre-60's Challenge. So I don't know if I'm subscribed to CRA. I'm gonna have to do some research on him and see what he's about. But yeah, let's continue with the challenge. Like uh yeah, even though I'll probably, well, let's not do that. Let's do the 32 Ford. I'm gonna start with the main line, and first one. This is a Matchbox. All my main lines are gonna be Matchbox, which is pretty cool because we always do Hot Wheels main line. So let's give Matchbox some love, and I always try to. Uh, my first one is a 19, well, replica of a 1932 Ford Coupe. They call it a Model B, and it debuted in NBX Highway 2021, red with black flame. And this is that version. And it's basically, you've seen them everywhere. It's just a basic 32 Ford. I don't think I have another example here. And it's pretty cool. This one is a little more tame, besides the flames and everything. But it looks pretty, homegrown. Like something could build, what I'm saying? Not like a professional builder like Chip Foods or somebody like that, or Gas Monkey Garage or something like that. But look like something somebody put together, to go to the car shows and stuff in their own garage. They had a little time, a little money too. I think it's pretty cool. No tail light detail, but it does have headlight detail. And I think it's got a chop top and everything. It's pretty cool. And Mitch Max wheels work here. It's pretty cool. Next, we're gonna go with the 1941 Cadillac Series 62. And like I said, these are all gonna be Matchbox. So this one, 41 Cadillac Series 62 in Metal Flake Olive Green, is from the NBX City 2020. Yeah, it's from NBX City 2020, and this is the only one they have done so far with this casting. I don't know why. Looks like a pretty cool casting. Doesn't have tail lights. Uh, it does have headlight detail, and look like they did some things on the emblems. The grill looks good. Interior looks fine. I like that tan. Sometimes make tan too light so it doesn't look right or something like that. But that looks good. Tan interior. Chunky steering wheel though, but that's hot. That's Matchbox. And unfortunately you can see the cast, and that's the what do you call it? The base showing through on the bottom. They didn't put nothing right there. But I mean it works. It's pretty sweet casting. That's a good foundation for a custom. You get a chance to do a custom. Uh, Next, we're gonna go with it should be the Willys. Nope. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go with the 19 1947 Chevy Ad 3100. Oh, that's this one. And this one does not have any headlight or taillight details. It is okay. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's a Chevy Ad 3100, 1947. Debuted in Chevrolet trucks, 100 years. That series was in 2018. And this version is the MBX Country 2020 version in mint green with the National Parks livery on it. Most of you who collect Matchbox, like me, know about National Parks livery, and it's cool to collect anything they have with, that livery on it. It's a pretty cool livery. And this too is a good foundation for a custom, even though it has the ugly gray base with the bumpers and the sides. Plastic. It kind of makes it look kind of cheesy. If you know what you're doing, I guess you can swap the base on this. Maybe not. Maybe you can paint it black or something, or paint it chrome with one of them chrome pins. They sell them at Hobby Lobby. Most of y'all know what I'm talking about. Next, we got the 1948 Willys Jeepster that debuted in the Matchbox Jeep series, which came out in 2019. This casting was produced from 2019 to 2021. So they only produced this casting for 2 years before they decided to discontinue with it. Why? I don't know. It's a pretty cool casting. I guess they figure, people want the up-to-date stuff. This is the Metal Flake Red version for MBX City 2020. And it's a good little casting. I don't know if those are those aren't taillight details. The same color as Metal Flake Red. It does have headlight details though. And I like the way, even though it's got these cheesy bumpers, colored bumpers that are part of the base, plastic, that off-colored plastic. It would have been better if they would have made that black, but oh well, it is what it is. It's a main line, and this too is a pretty good candidate for a custom. Be perfect for a wheel spot. Okay, next we have the 1957 GMC Stepside. I did that wrong. That should be last. Well, we'll go out of sequence. It don't matter. Yeah, this 1957 GM Stepside debuted in construction 2015, the construction series, and the scale is actually a 166. I'm sorry, move that up. Hope y'all can get a good look at it. And this MBX Service 2019 version is in red. And it has no headlight and taillight details. It is a main line, of course. Even though some have headlight and taillight details, some don't. I don't like this part. This looks cheesy. They should have kept it black like the base. But I guess that's the interior color. So that's what you're seeing coming through here. And the interior is a good contrast to the red. It's a little too light, should have been darker, but oh well. And I guess this would be a good foundation for a custom too. Probably some weathering details would really bring that out. Definitely some headlights. And last but not least, from the main line portion of this video, we have the 1956 Powell Sport pickup that debuted in MBX Countryside 2020. This is that version in light yellow. And if I remember right, I think this is an Australian truck. I think it is. I think it is Australian company. And it's pretty cool. It's got headlights. It's cool to see stuff that's outside of the big three, especially for the what this would be, the pre-60s. I guess it's before the I guess what we call the I don't know what they call that generation. Vietnam get ready to come up. I guess this is before, I want to say the muscle car era definitely was on get ready to come up by the mid to late 60s. That's when it really started. It had unofficially started in the late 50s though. But it's just that the factories, the companies, really didn't get into it until like the 60s. And this is pretty cool. I like the contrast with the red. Even though the tan interior probably would have been more, to me, more accurate for the period. But oh well. I guess they needed that to be red, but oh well. And it has that gray base. Yeah, they could have went with the base. Could have showed it. Well, I guess that would have been hard to do. So it's executed well. Headlight. No tail light detail, but it has headlight detail. It's a license plate. They colored the license plate. So that's pretty cool. So it's got a big engine bay though. In real life, man, customize that bad boy. You could drop something big in that thing. Definitely a big block V8. Next, we're gonna go to the premium, and we're gonna start that off with the. Let's start that off with the Hot Wheels 100% preferred rod and custom. That's a long title. Yeah, it's one of them Hot Wheels 100% premiums. I got this online in 2018, I think through Amazon, if I remember right. And this is the yellow 32 Ford hot rodded deluxe 3-window coupe that debuted in 1998. First editions are designed by Gary Schaefer. Yeah, this version though is the preferred rod and custom from 2003 though. That's pretty sweet. I like the tail light details on this, pinstriping, white leather tires. It's a pretty popular car. I think a lot of people who collect have this one. Of course, it's sitting on real riders, and with the white letters on it, nice chrome details, everything. So that's pretty sweet. Next, we're gonna go to I got rid of the 34, so I had a 34 from Larry's Garage, but I decided not to do it because we already have enough Fords. So next, we're gonna go with the 1940 Well, so 1940 Volkswagen from Greenlight. This is a rare one with the split window. It's supposed to be 1940, and I said it's a Greenlight. It's part of the 2020 VW 80th anniversary series of, yeah, for VW, the 80th anniversary series. Yeah, they've been around that long. Unfortunately, they were affiliated with the Nazis, believe it or not. If you do your history, you already know. And unfortunately, Ferdinand Porsche, who invented VW, who of course his name is linked to Porsche, but really it's his son who really started, who really is responsible for the success of the company we know as Porsche. Because he was, by the time he was locked up, he didn't get out to like the 50s or something. So this has lens tail headlights and painted tail lights, it looked like. And I showed you the feature. It's not gonna stay open. The boot opens. It may not open for me again. I think it opened for me earlier. I think you can see it trying to open. There it is. That's the engine. It's mainly black. You see some gray in there. So it's pretty cool. It's just cool to have this example of the VW with the rare split window. Everybody thinks that Corvette in 63 was the only one to do that. No. Next, we have the 19. Let's go with the 19. It's a 1952 Willys Jeep. This is from Greenlight 2. This is Greenlight Hollywood. I got this in 2020. It's from the Greenlight Hollywood series. It's supposed to be a replica of one of the Jeeps from MASH TV series. Like some of y'all know about that show and some of y'all don't. It was on for a long time. I think it was on for close to 10 years. Used to see a lot of reruns on that during summer vacation. So this is pretty cool. Yeah, that show ran from like the 70s, I want to say, until like the early 80s. I want to say it started like in the late 70s. I think late 70s or mid 70s. Probably late 70s. And I think mid 70s. Closer to the mid, like 75, 76. And it kept running, I think, all the way until 1982 or something like that. It was on for a long time. I think it was on for 13 something years. For a long time, it was the longest running show on TV. I think so. That's pretty cool. So this is not a World War II era Jeep. This is a Korean War era Jeep. So it pretty much didn't change too much. And it does have painted details, headlights. No tail lights, I think, back there. Oh well. Next, we're going to go with the 1953. Believe it or not, this is a 50s car. 1953 Studebaker Commander Starliner from Greenlight. Greenlight Hollywood, to be exact. This is from the show Home Improvement that starred Tim Allen. So this came out in 2019. And this Studebaker, man, is ahead of its time. Man, Studebaker, at one time, I think during the 50s, during that early 50s, they probably made some of the fastest cars, production cars in existence. So the big three, Chrysler, GM, and Ford, They mainly Ford tried to run them out of business. Do your research on Ford, man. Man, Mr. Henry Ford, the old man, and some people working for him, man, they were some shady characters. They were some shady characters, man. It's a sweet ride, man. Real sweet ride. I got a couple of Studebakers from Greenlight. I'm glad they did something with that with Studebaker. And I wish I had a Packard. I think I only have one Packard, and it's the main line. Uh, Last but not least, we got a Racing Champions, that is, 1958 Chevy Bel Air Impala in Glen. The color is Glen Green, and I got this in 2020. Racing Champions get slept on so much. They have some cool, because they have a lot of the old Ertl castings. I don't know if this is an Ertl casting. I don't think so, because it will say Ertl on the back. But see, opening hood feature. It's got the orange block. I don't know what engine is there. Probably just the 258. But sweet. I wish the interior was like tan, so it really would contrast. But sweet. I like the white walls on this. Call them gangster white walls. Sweet ride, man. Sweet ride. So that's basically the CRA Pre-60's challenge, as I saw on Gary's Diecast channel. As I always say, this is not the best diecast channel. It's not the worst hit either. The model here is to show a little love for the diecast. I want to thank all the subscribers for holding me down. Been doing some pretty good numbers, even though I've been occupied. I got things going on, issues, and I don't even know when I'm going to do my next video. I haven't even been hunting this week. That's how hectic things have been. It's crazy when you take a day off and you can't even do what you want to do. I was lucky to get to the store today, but I'll be headed to work tomorrow. I do have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, I think, if I remember right. I think I took this Sunday off. So until the next time, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, even the random viewers. I encourage you to subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button, leave a reply so you can have access to all the content. This is Big Dappuccino signing out. This has been a CRA Pre-60's challenge. Peace and blessings.